आज के इस वीडियो में हम राइड करने वाले हैं एक ऐसे वाहन को जिसको कभी अमेरिकी नेवी ने सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर में उपयोग किया था। ये वाहन सड़क पर भी चलता है और पानी के ऊपर भी। अपनी 90 मिनट की राइड में ये यहाँ यूनियन स्टेशन से शुरू होकर पेंसिल्वेनिया एवेन्यू तक जाएगा। इसके बाद हम एंटर करेंगे पोटोमेक रिवर में और वहां से लेंगे राजधानी वॉशिंगटन डीसी के नजारे। शामिल हो जाइए मेरे साथ इस टूर में जिसका नाम है वॉशिंगटन डीसी डक टूर।
Pennsylvania Avenue. Behind us is the White House. Behind us is the Capitol. In front of us at the other end, behind the trees, is the White House. When we inaugurate a new president, nowadays that happens behind us by the Capitol, then there's a big parade all the way to the White House. Only one president walked the whole way. Anybody know who that was? A farmer. Carter? Jimmy Carter walked the whole way. Jimmy Carter also happens to have been the only U.S. president that commanded a submarine in the military. On our right is the only embassy that's right downtown. All the other embassies are way out in the Colorado district where Embassy Row is. This is an exception. And people say it shows the closeness between Canada and the United States. This fountain on our right has a nickname, the watermelon. 4 syllables in American, 5 syllables in British. Aluminum? Aluminum is correct. When Peter was here, there were no buildings, there were no streets, nothing but lots of trees and some streams. One of the first things he noticed was a stream ran from the Potomac River directly towards this spot that he had picked out to build the Capitol on Jenkins Hill. So in his plan, he called for that stream that was then called Tiber Creek to be turned into a grand canal for decades. We had a Washington Canal across the river in Akai Creek, Virginia. This building and columns are made from that sandstone. Look at the colors. The colors of that stone naturally range from black to white. Easter Monday, we have an Easter egg roll. People say right here, if you're real quiet, you might hear a tweet. The big gray building over there on the left is the Dwight Eisenhower old executive office building. That is where the vice president's office is. France gave the United States a thank you gift for help we gave them in World War I. We sent the 2nd Army Division, whose nickname was the Flaming Sword Division, to help in the defense of Paris, and we got that memorial as a thank you gift. During the Civil War, there were federal troops stationed all up and down the mall all over the city for decades. By the time war was over, that old canal had become extremely polluted because they had used it like a latrine. Miles deep in the Mariana Islands, you got the harbor. Over there are 2 buildings. On the right is the Hall of the States. On the left is CNN. The Hall of the States is where most state governors have a liaison office to monitor federal legislation. Almost all of them are in there. A couple are elsewhere. And on the left is C-SPAN. C-SPAN monitors the inner workings of Congress, broadcasts the hearings and debates on public television. Same building as NBC News, Fox News. When you're watching any of those news networks and you see the Capitol Dome in the background on the TV set, and that shows that people were dumping garbage in it, etc. So they decided to clean it up, and the first thing they did was build a big... Each one of those states is above the columns all the way around. When it opened, we had 48 states. So they went up, and under the upper roof, they carved the names of the 48 states, and 36 states got their names on that wall 2 times. But 2 states didn't, so Alaska and Hawaii's names are on a placard on the front step. This is Memorial Bridge in memory of the reunion of the North with the South Canal. That's the tunnel that runs through down that street we just came up, around the capital of the Anacostia. To the left of Kennedy Center, in the distance on the ridge, the National Cathedral, a building that took 83 years to complete. Across the river with fabulous photo opportunities. On our left will be Memorial into the river since we began to build the city. At this spot. We are a boat. Leaving Boundary Channel, we're going to go out into the main Potomac River. Memorial will be right between those 2 weeping willow trees in a second. A great shot. Right about there. In front of us across the water you see a bridge. Under the bridge is a lock. And behind that is the tidal basin, built by the Army Corps of Engineers to keep the Washington Channel wide and deep. At high tide on the river, a little while ago, they opened the lock. That allows the basin to fill up with water, then they shut the lock. And they wait till low tide. At low tide, they open a different lock down at the other end. All the water rushes out down. Sent our President, William Howard Taft, and his wife Helen, a gift of 2,000 cherry trees. Our Department of Agriculture took a look at them and found nematodes. They didn't like the nematodes, so they condemned the trees, and they burned them all up in a great big bonfire, to everybody's embarrassment. It took 2 years to straighten the mess out. Then finally, 1912, they gave it another try. Ships had to sit at anchor, and they had to wait until barges carried the cargo ashore. Then the cargo would stack up on the shore and wait for trucks to come and carry it to the front line. The men in charge had a brainstorm. They decided they would invent an amphibious truck. Give me a big Hollywood smile.
Oh, is it on video?
Yes, on video.
Give it a push. Give the gas a push. Just like a car. Here we go. Turn to the right. Right there with the Washington Monument in the background.
Oh, two rear axles. We still use that term, the UKW. In fact, this vehicle's registration calls it the DUKW, but they are no longer used by the occasion, wedding, divorce. In that case, I will simply invite